So this is a probably far more consistent deck than my one from yesterday. This uses dual avatars and the battle guards. The dual avatars basically work with themselves for the most part, with the main monsters being able to get their spell cards when they're summoned, which basically is stuff like dual avatar invitation, perfect synced Aun, dual avatar defeating evil, dual avatar return, and I think there's one other. Yeah, dual avatar compact. Which basically the main thing is that you want to get to their fusion monsters, which is dual avatar feat armored Ungyo and dual avatar armored Angyo, which these don't do much when they're first summoned, because this guy I can target one monster they control and destroy it, and then it can't attack directly for the rest of the turn. This one, as long as I'm controlling a fusion monster, I can target one face-up special summon monster and negate its effects until the end of the turn. But these two, empowered Mitsujaku and empowered Kangyo, these are the ones that really get the deck going. Which, when Mitsujaku is on the field during my main phase, once per turn I can return all spells and traps my opponent controls to their hand. When a monster effect is activated, while I control 2 or more fusion monsters, I can destroy that monster. And then we have empowered Kangyo, which after damage calculation, I can pick one monster and return it to their hand. And if they control a spell or trap, or like if opponent's spell or trap or effect is activated while he's on the field and I control 2 or more fusion monsters, I can negate the activation. And then we have this big guy, which honestly isn't much. Dual avatar manifested Aun. It's not much because it requires the Kangyo, and it requires the other 2 big guys. It requires Kangyo and Mitsujaku as fusion material. And instead, when this monster attacks, or basically when it battles, its attack becomes 3000, and I can target one card on the field and banish it. But usually I never get this far because it's a lot to get this guy out. It's a lot to get this guy out successfully, even though I can actually get this guy out at any point in time. It takes a lot of effort to get him out. Then I don't even know why I have this one. I don't have I do have 3 level 1 monsters. Then we have the battle guards, which ironically, one of the trap cards here allows me to summon a level higher. I can't remember which one it is, but I can use it to bring out the battle guards if I need to. They're kind of just extra power, and they're kind of just being there. Then I also have the classic marauding captain bit. I don't know how I can use these cards. I wish someone would tell me, because I don't know how. I don't know how it I don't know how it get Comics Hero King Arthur as material when that is a rank 4. But I have it in there just in case, maybe I'll figure it out, maybe not. The rest is kind of just there. And again, once more, I will show this off against the Dark Magician deck. With Eternal Soul, because this is probably the toughest deck in the single player. So let's go second first. I've actually used this in ranked a couple of times and people essentially just quit because they can't really do anything about my fusions or whatever. I don't know why. I think it's one of those, they never really seen that deck, seen those cards before. So first off, I'm going to activate the spell Perfect Sync Aun. I'm going to add Dual Avatar Fist Yuhi. Then I'm going to activate Dual Avatar Invitation. I will discard Lava Battleguard. And I will basically summon a bunch of tokens. They can't negate this part, by the way. So first off, we will going to get Dual Avatar Fee. Going to put this guy in defense. Then I special summon another one. And I'll get Dual Avatar Empowered. Have to use Yuhi. I hit this. Go. It probably would have been better if I summoned Yuhi, but then I wouldn't be able to do anything. So Dual Avatar Empowered. Kangyo. Then I can summon, then I will summon Running Captain, which activates. I will summon Squeak Knight. Which now, because I special summoned it, it now becomes a tuner. Although there's nothing I can really tune because that is the drawback of Perfect Sync Aun and Dual Avatar Invitation is that I can only do fusion summons for the rest of the turn. But what I can do is equip Squeak Knight to Dual Avatar Empowered. And I could summon again, kind of. We'll wait till the end of it. Going to attack. You can't activate anything against him. Oh, mirror. And that's why we have allows me to summon this back. Alright. Oh, and now I get banished. Because yep. Oh wow. Dang. Imagine pulling everything you needed. I'll just get this back. Oh, wow. Wow, you drew cracked. The AI drew completely cracked. It's funny, like they say, like, oh well, that deck uses cards that you should never use in a Dark Magician deck, but then you see you see them get away with that. You see them get away with stuff like that, and there's nothing you can do. So first off, I'll activate Reinforcement of the Army. They choose not to stop it. Dual Avatar Fist Yuhi. Let's see here. Oh, I want to play this. Activate Dual Avatar Invitation. I will discard Battleguard Cadet. Bunch of token. Then, since I have both guys in my hand, now that they're both on the field, I can activate this, which basically says all that goes back to his hand. Unfortunately, I don't have a monster I can special summon on Marauding Captain, but because Marauding Captain's effect, they're locked from, they can't attack anything else but that, so they have to take care of it first. Here. And basically end the turn. So the funny thing is that he's locked because not a whole lot he can do. But first, activate this again. Put all that back in your hand. All your back row back in your hand. And we'll get back. I'll get back. I'll get back Battleguard Cadet. Then I'll summon it. Which lets me get Beast of the Wild for no reason. And I can actually link some. This. For Ferocious Flame Swordsman. Now everybody gets a boost. Bam and bam. That was this deck going second. I'm going first. Kind of the same thing, but I'm still at risk considering that it's Dark Magician and I break. Super hard. I still have plays though. So we'll play Dual Avatar Invitation. Let's get rid of we'll get rid of Fusion Sword Murasame. Get a bunch of tokens out. I don't have to worry about the tokens staying in attack mode or anything because they get destroyed at the end of the turn. Yeah, see, they vanish, so I don't have to worry about it. Not yet. He's going to summon it anyway. 1 for 1, wow. The Dark Magician. Fate Battleguard Rage. Wow, this kind of bricked. Super hard. I have no cards I can play at the moment. Because it's Battleguard Rage, the card goes back to his hand instead of going to the graveyard. So there's not a whole lot I can do. But wait it out and hope for the best. It's funny when you're recording on purpose just to try and show something that you get like the absolute worst hands to start with. This gets me that into my hand. Now that's trouble. Oh wow. Oh wow. And that's a banish. Wow. Oh, worked super hard. Not a whole lot I can do with it. Especially since he got rid of the trap. So here's the other effect. I can activate Perfect Sync. Boom. Get a token. I can use Yuhi's effect to sacrifice said token. Get a dual avatar invitation. Activate dual avatar invitation. Discarding Weak Knight. Token. 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 Special spin. Get the other guy. This and set this. I'm done. He does nothing. If I had a dual avatar I wanted to get rid of, I would totally. Battleguard King. Use. Make a token. I don't know if it works for tokens. I never really used that quick play to activate the effect. Getting rid of that, and getting rid of that. Not the normal combo. But it is a response to my situation. I have an idea. So here's Dual Avatar Compact. Allows me to banish any Dual Avatar spell or trap card that's in my graveyard. It becomes the effect. So I get to, I'll destroy this, and then let's destroy this. Because I'm sending that card in I'm sending that card on the field back to the hand. Back to your hand. Tribute my token. Boom. I did. So in all honesty, the purpose of building this deck was that I wanted to make a deck that featured the Battle Guards, because I did like those monsters, and I was like, oh, they look kind of cool. And I went, okay. So I made so the problem was that the problem with Battle Guards, obviously, is one, they don't really have much support outside of this. So I needed to find some warriors that I could make use of. And Dual Avatars came up, and I was like, oh, those are cool. And that's how I came up with it. So yeah, that is my warrior deck. I call it a work in progress because it's still a work in progress. Beast of the Wild is there because I can actually get my I can actually get a fusion monster out from that, and I can get the Battle Guards out if I'm using them as like discard. I'm using them as discard fodder. I have a little bit of protection for fusions, such as Fusion Sword, Mirasame Blade. But a lot of this is just, well, I'm not even sure if Desperate Tag actually works. Anyway, that's this deck.